Over 3 years ago, I got arrested with no warrant. So did Henry Ramo. I made a video about it. I made a whole documentary about it. And one of my main themes was, if we don't get back courts of law now, it's only going to get worse. The woman whose daughter was forced to go back to the child molester father has called me today, and she has been arrested. She called me from jail. From jail. You don't have any rights. The only rights that they're giving her right now is the right to be a slave. And that's the only right you have. If they can take her child and they can just throw her in jail arbitrarily, you think it can't happen to you? You want to know how Nazi Germany started?
An inmate at St. Louis County Jail. To accept this call, press or say 5. To refuse this call, hang up now.
Nazi Germany happened because nobody did anything about it. When they saw this going on in the streets.
You may begin speaking now. Hello?
Hey,
Go watch football.
how you doing?
I'm okay. It's a $75,000 cash bond.
Okay, well I'm already getting a bunch of people on the line right now. I'm going to pick up them right now. When I get done picking up, I'm going right home and I'm gonna freaking publish what happened with your permission and get a bunch of people to start calling down to that courthouse and the sheriff's office and ask them what the hell they are doing, violating your right to free speech in the press.
Well, no, they arrested me for threatening the judge.
They arrested you for threatening the judge?
Yeah, because I demanded my custody rights be put back in place and my daughter to be given back to me before they transferred her out of Missouri.
Whoa, and you don't mind if I go public with this? Because I'm recording this right now, just so you know.
So, what they said was, I said, there will be consequences for your conduct. When you have stepped out of your judicial, there will be no immunity for you, and that was me threatening her. And she's scared for her life or whatever.
Well, if she was acting like a judicial officer, then she shouldn't be afraid.
But you know what? I only repeated back to her words to me when she was talking to my daughter in court and threatening my daughter to go back to her dad and throwing me in jail. So consequences for your conduct is what she told me.
Well, I mean, hey, if anybody should know that there are consequences. Yeah, I mean, if anybody should know that there are consequences for their conduct, it should be them.
I used her own words back to her. I'm like, no, I'm gonna get a lawyer, and if I can, I'm gonna file something for her, and she conduct for her son, whatever, you know. So, yeah, but it's cash only, no bond.
No, hey, that's cool. I don't know. I don't really know.
When they arrested me?
Huh?
They wouldn't tell, when they arrested me, they had no warrant with them. They didn't read me my rights, and they wouldn't tell me why they were arresting me.
Have you gotten a warrant yet?
I haven't seen anything.
They haven't given you any paperwork. Hey, require to see a magistrate. Hey, require to see a magistrate right now. When they put you in front of a judicial officer, ask where the verified claim from a private member of the public is. If they say that it's her, you ask them for the third-party impartial witness.
So what not today?
Like, require to see a magistrate, a judicial officer. When you get before the judicial officer, require them to state the charges to you, okay? And tell them that you don't understand the charges. All right,
okay,
and you wish.
Judge at 9 a.m.
You wish. No, you go ahead and start telling them right now. You got the right to see a judicial officer.
Okay.
I am telling you right now. And when you do that, you ask them where the verified complaint is from a private member of the public.
All right, let me explain this to you, boys and girls. When a cop pulls you over on the side of the road in the middle of the night and you're hammered drunk and he arrests you, he didn't have a warrant to make that arrest. Here's what they have to do. they have to take you downtown and put you before a magistrate immediately. Immediately. They're telling her that she can't see a magistrate. I looked up online for the inmates. They don't have her. You want to know how Nazi Germany was created? Because people didn't act when they saw this going on in the streets. Word on the street is bond.
Yeah, not a freaking judge. Yeah, not a judge, a private member of the public. And you ask them with the third-party impartial witnesses.
You see, this is law right here, okay? Because somebody could just accuse you. They could just make stuff up. And then it's only he said, she said, like family court. That's why you're supposed to have a third-party impartial witness in law. You're supposed to have somebody who's like, I got first-hand knowledge of the facts and what I know. They probably did it. But they can't have a third-party impartial witness when all of the people are court officers.
And you declare as a fact upon the record of the court that you have done no wrong except follow your conscience, and that's not wrong. And you have a right to follow your conscience.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure my kid wasn't trafficked out of state, and she was anyway. So I asked for the judicial officer, and I asked where the private complaint is, and where's the third-party witness.
Yeah, where's the third-party impartial witness?
To verify that complaint.
Yeah, and when they don't have this stuff, you declare that there are no facts upon the record of the court, and you wish to be set free immediately.
That's what freedom is.
Yeah, like I don't have the warrant. They didn't have a warrant. They didn't even have it, they told me.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you right now, and I don't know if they're going to do this, but this is the way you move in law, okay? And you should go ahead and try and move in law, because if this doesn't work, the next plan of action is to get you to file a writ of restore freedom with the Supreme Court of Missouri, and we are going to get a bunch of eyes on this.
Yeah, like, they both rushed me to come out of my house. There was like 8 of them.
They were probably hiding in the bushes.
They were waiting for me.
Who's that peeking in my bushes?
Well, this is what you call war. That is an act of war.
Nobody now.
I know. They wouldn't tell me. Like, I'm like, why is it so secret? They like, hush, 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 hush.
Of
They were
course.
talking in code. The 2 cops in the car.
Oh my God, I got to read this to you.
Freedom of press, aka the fourth branch of government. Greetings, Missouri court thieves. Hope all is well, and this document finds you in good health and finances. I have received your communications, which appears to coerce our fine reports on your unlawful behavior and extort our readers of truth and justice to replace it with your administration of tyranny. Your Constitution states, Article 1, Section 14, courts are to be open, as a free and open society may have the use and enjoyment of law. Otherwise, y'all are creating Star Chamber courts and violating people's rights. Article 1, Section 8 and 5, secure right of press, speech, and conscience. I would violate my own conscience to betray my people for your tyranny. I think not. If your laws mean nothing to you, then they mean nothing to me. Missouri state officers can only possess jurisdiction within Missouri state territory bounds. To cross said bond would only produce evidence of a larger conspiracy, not saying that that is happening. Thank you for your interest in our work, and please feel free to communicate or help our business in the future. One world, love, and peace. Sincerely, Just Conspiring. This is not legal advice.
Hey, could you hear me earlier when you tried calling?
Well, I think they were messing with me.
Yeah, because, I tried pushing the buttons. I tried saying it. I didn't know if you could hear me or not, but I was like...
I couldn't hear you, but it was like every time I tried calling, like, they were, like, keeping me off. But only cash. I can't use a bondsman, and there's no 10% on this bond.
Oh no, we're not talking about no bond. There's no charge. There's no charge. There's no reason for there to be a bond. You know, if there's a charge against anybody, it should be against Nicole.
Where's the shouldn't I have seen the warrant?
Yes, you should have seen the warrant. No warrant shall issue except on oath or affirmation of probable cause.
Pretty
They
simple.
wouldn't show me a warrant of any
Yeah, I
sort.
know, because they probably don't have it. They're probably doing the same thing to you like they were doing to Sierra.
Well, my daughter, they did this kind of stuff to me and my daughter already once.
This is messed up.
This is the second time she's had me in jail. I've never been in jail before. Like, I've never had to, like, spend days in jail until Nicole Zeller. Oh, and then when I got a hold of the gal today, or when she finally emailed me back, she doesn't know where my daughter is either.
Hey, what facility are you at?
I'm in St. Louis County, Clayton Police Station.
Clayton Police Station?
Clayton, Clayton.
Oh, Clayton Police Station.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And do you want to tell people your full name? Like, I'll see if people will send you some canteen money.
I'm not shy. Like,
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, when I make the YouTube video, I'll ask people to send you some canteen money.
yeah, that's fine. Hopefully, I don't even know. Okay, so over it again. I asked for the magistrate.
Yeah, ask for the magistrate. Don't ask for the magistrate. Require to see a magistrate. You should require to move before a judicial officer immediately so that you can understand. Huh?
Who do I ask?
Whoever you can get, the bailiff, whoever's around that works for the state. Whatever officer's around. Try banging on the door if they got you in the holding tank.
I want to talk to the magistrate, and I want to see.
No, you require, not want, you require to talk to the magistrate so that you can find out the cause of the wrong, the nature of the wrong, and the cause of the accusation. Crap.
I've been on this just conspiracy thing over 6 years. I'm going to tell you right now, you got one of two choices. You can either conspire with us, or you can pick a number and get in line for this to happen to you. That's for real. Those are your two choices. I don't know a bigger declaration of war than kidnapping people's children, having them trafficked, locking them up like a slave over it just because they question you, or they release that information to the public trying to warn the rest of us. God help us all. You know, last month I made a video about the state kicking in a woman's door with no valid search warrant and stealing her kids, and at the end of that video I said, I hope we're not having a worse conversation than this next month. Hasn't even been a month. This is a worse conversation. What's going to happen next month? Month after that? The choice is yours. The whole video, I've been playing numbers. And all those numbers will be in the description box. I implore you to call those numbers and ask them. Ask those public servants that are supposed to keep you safe why they have arrested Angie with no warrant. Why they won't allow her to move before a judicial officer. Why they have set a bond before giving her a warrant. Why they're violating her freedom of the press her freedom of speech, her freedom of conscience. Her conscience told her to put herself in this danger to warn you. You got one of two options. I just wish to conspire to get her out right now. And to get Sierra's children back. And to make some wrongs right. Y'all let them get away with this, we're done. Don't say nobody told you. You want to know how Nazi Germany happened? Because nobody did anything when they saw stuff like this on the streets.
Yeah, I mean, this is when the cliches and platitudes come out, but I am not in any way exaggerating when I tell you that these groups learning these things. I mean, I never was, engulfed in any of this before they took my kids. Obviously, that's how I found this path. But if it weren't for these things, that's that much more attention I would have to focus only on the war that they started, and I'm a veteran. I'm kind of designed for war. Us veterans, the only reason we're not doing shit is because we have distractions like a family, a job, a society. Now you want to lock us all in our houses and take our kids? Right. Yeah. You're not likely to hear the last from me. And so this education is literally saving lives right now because it's keeping me focused on something else. And I'll tell you right now, another platitude for you. When you hear the term, there's things worse than death or worse than hell, I promise you that is true.